All right, time now is 12:31 afternoon on August 29th. Yeah, I slept from 3 3:25 to like 12, essentially. 12:15-ish. Um I watched like 20 minutes of an episode of Secret Invasions and I'm like, fuck it, I'm going to bed. I'm not sacrificing my sleep for this shit. And yeah, it's fine. It's a fine bed. The blankets are very thin. The mattress is a little hard. But I slept. I woke up once at around 9 a.m. But that's it. So, yeah, no notifications. Like zero important notifications at all. Um, I I had dreams, but I kind of forgot them all already. So that's that. Um, Yeah, so I guess today I'm going to chill. I'm going to, I'm going to just chill. Um, okay, the Jewish woman is texting me. I'm going to chill. I'm going to continue to unpack a little bit the clothes and everything. I'll probably, I'll go to the old Airbnb to get the ice cream and the bag of bags and see if I've left anything more. And then after that, yeah, it's gonna be all right. I realized that taking the bike here is probably a dumb idea, anyways, because I'd rather take the bus to school at this point. You know, why spend about half an hour to like 45 minutes sweating my ass off to just to go to school when I can just take the bus, which is $1, but might as well. Actually, not even $1. If I register for the card, for the tap card, it'll be free. Why the fuck not, you know? And yeah, I can ride a bike to Westwood, but I can also take a bus there. So, what's the difference? It's just this place is just too far from Santa Monica for me to ride a bike to school or any place, you know. So, I'm probably just going to take the bike and go bring it directly to public storage. And then I'll also get the rice cooker like tomorrow. And then I will go to the Chungking Express. And then that's pretty much it. I have nothing else to talk about. I'm probably gonna do a review today if time allows. Yeah. I don't know what to eat for lunch. I have no idea what to eat for dinner. For dinner, I'm probably gonna do salmon, pasta, and some kind of vegetable. I don't want to eat that Howard green salad again because I've eaten that so much already. Probably. No idea. I have no clue. Green beans. For lunch, I think I can eat Indomie, honestly. Indomie with egg or just without. Yeah. I can have an apple. Yeah. And that's pretty much it. Hopefully, my life is a bit more stable from here on out. And yeah. So the Jewish woman left me some rice and chicken. I also added some soy sauce. And this is what I'll be having for lunch. Fuck. I guess I'll also make myself some Indomie and maybe I'll eat an apple and maybe some pork jerky, but yeah. Well, here we go. I really don't like long grain rice. Really don't. Okay. Alright, made myself lunch part 2 at 5:45 p.m. This is Indomie with cabbage, and that's pretty much it. I was struggling because I didn't know what vegetables to eat, and a meal is not complete without vegetables. But you know what? I think this suffices. This suffices. I don't need to eat any pork jerky or an apple or whatever. I can eat an apple tonight though, that's for sure. Fuck. I just missed 2 bus number 4s, 2 in a row. I just missed it. I'm gonna have to stand here and wait for 20 minutes for the next bus number 4 so that I can get to the old Airbnb. Fuck. And once again, we are back. Okay. First of all, I left my bag of bags in here. Is it this one? Yep, it is. Alright. Oh my god. Her Panda Express, it's still here. Oh, I forgot mushrooms. And the last thing I forgot is ice cream. And I think that's it. Well, got back from Ralph's. It's been a whole hour since I got my groceries, so that's great. Where do I even put this? Okay. Chocolate, tortilla, tomatoes, salad kit, 2 packs of tuna, black beans, and chicken thighs. I also forgot to mention this, but bread.
You have a lot of.
So yeah, it's 10:41. The AC just broke because of course not enough bad things have happened to me. We need more bad things. I need to be unluckier, okay? And I think the fish is rotten, but I'll still eat it because why not? This dish has been sitting here for about half an hour, which is great, and it's dinner time. Alright, time now is 11:44. My voice is so fucking raspy. I'm gonna try. I really don't know what's happening to my voice. So this today was rather chill. For the most part, I did nothing. I did a review and it was a little bit difficult, a little bit awkward because the table is just I did review on this table and this table isn't tall enough. I didn't continue to unpack. I realized that, but it's fine. I can just do that tomorrow. Yeah. Oh yeah, I have to watch Chungking Express tomorrow. Ooh, excited for that. Yeah, and then I at some point cooked lunch, which is Indomie with cabbage, which worked out fine. The kitchen is a total mess. It's a total mess. I don't know where the bowls are or the plates are. It's clear that this woman doesn't cook all that much. Like, She also uses paper plates. Kind of reminds me of the second host. We use paper plates because they don't want to wash them, but paper plates is such a huge waste. Like ceramic plates are rewashable. Like you can use them multiple times. So ceramic plates are a better investment, you know? And she has tons of ceramic plates. I don't know, but anyways, after lunch I went out. I changed my clothes and everything, and I took a bus to the old Airbnb. And originally my plan is I'm gonna go to the Airbnb, get the ice cream and the mushrooms and the bag of bags, come back, and then I'm gonna go out again to Target, take a bus to Target in Westwood, buy a bunch of stuff, come back. But then I realized, hey, Ralph's is right there. Ralph's is right next to the old Airbnb. So might as well just buy a bunch of shit there. So I went there and I bought a bunch of shit. I know I'm spending another 30 something dollars, but you know what? Fuck it. Better more than less, you know? So there's that. And then I went to the Airbnb. It's empty, nobody. I think Moon is gone, so that's great. And then I went up there and I found a bag of bags. I found the ice cream. I found the mushrooms. I'm good. I'm all set. Now, suddenly, the door has key noises. And I thought, okay, is it Moon? So I opened the door. It's Moon. And she got spooked out because I'm just that good at spooking out people. But she was like, oh my god. Oh my god. And then, I told her, oh, you know, I'm just getting more stuff. And she's like, you're not getting the bike? And I calculated this right because I don't want to carry the ice cream in my bag that long because it's gonna fucking melt. So I calculated the perfect time. I could get the ice cream, walk about 11, 12 minutes to the bus stop, immediately take the bus, come back here, immediately chuck it in the freezer. Which is probably about half an hour, maybe 20 something minutes. It's gonna work out. And that 20 something minutes turned into a whole hour because after Moon came in, she started talking to me. Oh, why aren't you getting the bike? Maybe you can take the bike now and then I'll help you. I'll bring the bag of bags to you tomorrow. And I'm like, no, I need the bags. I don't have a trash can right now. I mean, I do have a can and I do have bags so I can make a trash can now, but this morning I don't. Second of all, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, okay, I gotta go. So I, with a big plastic bag and my backpack, which is full of ice cream and groceries, walked all the way to the bus stop and I actually caught up to the bus. The transit app estimated that I will miss it, but I ended up catching it right on time. I had to run a little bit, but I ended up catching it right on time at Barrington Avenue, which is where I always go anyways. And then I went back and it was great. I also registered my tap card so I don't have to pay anymore, so that's fucking awesome. So anyways, went back. Halfway through the bus ride, the bus suddenly stopped. And I'm like, what now? And it stopped for like 4 or 5 minutes. I have no idea what's happening. I grabbed my bag and I looked out and I don't see anything. Is the bus driver asleep? Is the bus driver like going out for a smoke break? Like what's going on? Is the bus driver arguing with someone? Like what's happening? So at some point another white guy with glasses, long hair, walked up to the bus driver and then said, okay, I'll tell everyone. And he said, okay, another bus will come in 5 minutes. He's already calling the cops. I don't know what's happening. So we all left the bus. And then the police came. And now I'm carrying fucking ice cream in my backpack, right? I have ice cream. Out of all the days the bus could stop. Not this time. I'm carrying ice cream. Anyways, we waited and waited and waited. The cops came and I don't know what's happening. I asked the white guy what's happening. And he said a bunch of stuff and it's unintelligible. I don't know what's happening. But from what I can tell is there's a homeless, crazy black dude at the very end of the bus started jerking off and and ejaculated, basically, because I saw him putting his dick back into his pants. I didn't see much, but it's something along the lines of that. Another woman who was reporting to the cops, I guess she got sexually harassed or something. But yeah, it's wild. And then the cops came and arrested the black guy who was crying and squirming like a child. And so that's kind of wild. And then another guy was like, "Oh, I'm not going to the jizz bus." So, okay, I guess the guy fucking cummed. Um, so I don't know what to do. So another bus comes in 5 minutes, right? Wrong. The next bus comes in about 17 minutes. So I just stood there and waited for 17 minutes, took the bus, came back. That's it. I'm back and it's already like 9 something p.m. 9:30, I think. Then the Jewish woman is here and I decided to immediately cook because I'm starving. And again, the kitchen is an extreme mess. There's only one spatula, and it's a metal spatula and it has holes. There's a pan, and the pan is the right size, but it's also a sticky pan. I tried to fry fish, and it's all torn apart. And the fish is like rotten a little bit because it smells very fishy and it's a little slimy, but you know what? I'm eating it. I don't care. It's not the first time I've eaten rotten fish, anyways. I've eaten rotten everything, so might as well. It's probably okay. And so it's a little dumb because usually in Sawtell, I cook, I put my dish on the table, I eat it, happy go lucky. And here I have to take it to my room because I literally have no other place to sit down, and I would rather love some privacy here. And so I put down my dish, I frustratingly wash my face and my hair, frustratingly because the bathroom's so small. And to get the blue towel out to wipe down is just very difficult. In Sawtell, I could do it easy peasy because the towel's right next to me. Okay, fine. Turn on the aircon. Does not work. Usually the plug, if you plug it in, it shows a little green light, meaning that it is working, but for some reason it's not working. It's not lighting up. Of course, more unfortunate incidents. Of course, more bad luck because my life isn't bad enough. And I know like a lot of people have like amputated arms and legs and their parents are killed. Their lives are worse for sure, but just one frustrating hassle after another for me. I just really love it. That shit doesn't happen in Sawtell. The AC never broke. But this AC fucking broke. So I knocked on the door of the Jewish woman and I was like, "Hey, the AC broke." She came in and was like, and I don't expect her to be able to fix it anyways because she's fucking dumber than me. She's like, "Oh, have you unplugged it and plugged it again? Can you press the button?" And I'm like, "Yeah, of course it doesn't work." So maybe the socket's not working, so she gave me an extension cord, a stinger. And I plugged it, didn't work. So maybe it's the plug that's not working. But she's like, "Did you turn on the AC at night?" And I'm like, "Yeah." So 8 hours, 9 hours? And I'm like, "Yeah." And then she secretly texted Moon saying complaining that I turned off the aircon all night last night. And if I keep up like this, the AC bill is gonna be $300. And then so Moon immediately texted me and asked me, "Are you ready to pay $300?" And I'm like, "Okay, yeah, sure, whatever. I've already paid $3,000 for this fucking god awful non-existent Airbnb. Might as well." And the thing is, if the bill is $300, wouldn't you split it in two and make me pay $150? Another thing is, this AC is not gonna cost $300. I immediately turned on. I immediately went to the website, the AC cost calculator, and it's like $100 something max for this brand of AC. That's being so dramatic. And then it's so stupid. So the Jewish woman gave me a small black fan to survive the nights. Thank God. We're literally in the hottest part of the year here. I will barely sleep. It gets to 33 34 degrees Celsius in the afternoon. And the most stupid thing is that the AC probably broke because it's old, because it's built in 1985 or some shit. Not because I burnt it out, because it still works this morning. It still works. I think it's a constant plugging and unplugging that's making it so goddamn easily broken, and not the fact that I'm overusing the AC. But anyways, she's gonna send someone up here, maybe tomorrow, maybe a couple days later, to fix it. In the meantime, I have a fan. I think I'll survive, but yeah, this fucking sucks, and my voice is extremely broken. Alright, time now is 12:49 afternoon on August 30th. Whoa! So yeah, I slept from 4 a.m. to 12:30. Back to the old sleeping schedule, huh? Well, yesterday was super unproductive. I don't really know why. Even though I didn't slack off, I didn't procrastinate, but I ended up having done nothing, I feel like. Like, I did one review, and I watched a couple episodes of Secret Invasions, 1.5 episodes, and then it's just like, I didn't have time to watch a movie. I watched 40 minutes of The Discreet Charm of the Bourgeoisie, and then I realized it's too late. I should just go to bed. Yeah. No AC sleeping in the middle of the hottest week in summer. It's not that bad. I did fall asleep. The fan did help. And I feel like what happened, because I did open the windows at night, because I had no choice. I think I let the cold air in, and then I closed it, and then I used a fan, so it's a bunch of cold air circulating. But right now it's warm, the house. It's the apartment, the room is warm, so that's great. My voice still remains raspy, like even though right now it sounds fine, but I can tell it's just gonna go downhill from there. And I forgot to mention one thing, and that is yesterday, Jonathan found out that Ends and Means is on Letterbox and shared it. Okay, him finding out is fine. She shared it to the whole fucking class on the Signal group chat. And nobody knows I'm the one who did this. I'm the one who added Ends and Means. And then afterwards, people started reacting to it. Nadia was like, "Oh my god, really? It's so funny that Cuccio and Carly are credited at the same time. You know, it's like Cuccio and then Carly." And then she immediately deleted her message because, oh my god, did I just offend Carly? And then I was so stupid. I typed "Ayo" with a laughing emoji. I shouldn't have, because now I'm suspicious. And then this morning, more people reacted to it. Gustavo was like, "What? 17 minutes? So does that mean there's a cut?" And then Benny responded saying that, "No, it's going to be way longer than 17 minutes LMAO." Like, so it's weird. I am the one who did it, and nobody knows. But that's great too. Because now, I am the detective. And then this morning, Liam also called me. Maybe Liam had finally figured out. I don't know, but yeah. And then another thing that happened yesterday was spoke with Nadia and spoke with Tova a little bit. Tova talked to Benny, and potentially we're doing the interview on Labor Day because that's the only day all four of us are free. So that's that. I'm gonna call back Liam to see what's he thinking, doing. But yeah, otherwise, that's pretty much it. So today, it's just gonna be another chill day. Hopefully, I'm a bit more productive today. At some point, I'm gonna have to go to the old Airbnb to grab my bike and also go to the public storage to see if my rice cooker is there. But the thing is, I don't think I can do both of these things at once. So maybe I'll just do a rice cooker run today, and that's it. Yeah. I think I'm just gonna go for a rice cooker. The bike can wait. I can do that on Friday, you know. And then yeah, that's pretty much it. my rolls of film are probably destroyed from all this heat and all this moving. So that's great. $24 worth of film all gone. Yeah. That's pretty much it. If I can't find a rice cooker, then this means I fucking lost it, so yeah. I think I'm gonna have peanut butter bread for breakfast. And then I'll have, for lunch, I'm thinking tortilla, tuna, black beans, because why not? For dinner, I'm thinking rice, chicken thighs, and rice, chicken thighs, and fucking, I don't know, cabbage and mushroom fried. That's it. I have no idea how am I gonna cook all that stuff in this small ass kitchen, but I'll try. Back to the olden days. Fuck. Alright. I'm here. Holy shit, I found it. No, wait. Did I find it? Oh. Oh. Yes, here it is. Thank God. Okay. 得我讀 film 咧，全部人都係淨係識王家衞嘅，杜琪峰都唔識係邊個啊？周星馳都唔識，就係識王家衞。你唔撚識周星馳？我都唔使啦，都唔使。
Whatever, you know. Please give it up for our incredible host. Here you go.
Hello. You sound excited, which is great.
One night plunged into that and began shooting with no permits. Nobody knew they were coming, and they did it for several days, just racing through.
可是我今天呢，终于抓到一个通缉犯。
Alright, time now is 11 p.m. I'm back at home. Yeah, so today's actually very fucking interesting. A lot of weird things happened, and yeah, pretty wild actually. So I guess let's start off with right off the bat what happened this morning. Liam called me. So Liam called me through Instagram randomly, and I was asleep at that point, even though it was 11:30. I was fucking asleep at 11:30. So I called Liam back, and Liam was like, "Congratulations, your ends and means is on Letterboxd because of you." And I'm like, "Well, how did you figure out?" It didn't shock me. It wasn't surprising that he figured out because it's actually kind of easy to figure it out. Like, if you know how to use Letterboxd, you would know that Letterboxd entries came from TMDB. If you go look at the TMDB page of Ends and Means, you would see my username, Culture Detective, literally me. So yeah, I added it on Letterboxd, and he's like, "Congratulations, because of you, you inspired me to add something too." So I checked, and this morning he added The Other Conquest 2 on Letterboxd. But he didn't credit Cuccio, but it's there as a movie, and the actors are credited. And he even used a special software or some special link to make TMDB immediately upload that to Letterboxd. Usually, whenever I upload things to TMDB, I have to wait 3 to 4 days for it to show up on Letterboxd. So it's kind of crazy, and I told him like, "Hey, you can't tell anyone else because otherwise I'd be dead." But that said, though, it's not like I'm doing anything wrong. It is a real short film that we made, Anyways, more discussions happened. Gustavo was like, it's 17 minutes long? Does that mean there's a cut already? And Benny's like, no, it's not, lol. It's going to be way longer than 17 minutes. So there's that. And then afterwards, someone came into the apartment. So I was making myself breakfast, like peanut butter on bread and honey. And I didn't even toast the bread. I don't know where the toaster is. I don't know where the oven is. I don't want to know either. It's probably dirty as fuck. But some guy was ringing the doorbell, and apparently it's like a big Latino guy, and he's here to fix the AC. So yeah, it's actually fucking working now. So he came in, and he said, oh, I'm gonna wait for Elena, the Jewish woman. So the Jewish woman came, and then the AC guy came in. He came in and he checked, and I was just awkwardly sitting on this seat, eating my breakfast. And he's like, the socket seems fine. And then he did some stuff, and then it suddenly worked again. Turns out I have to set the reset button, but I have to plug it at the socket, at the bottom one, because I guess the top socket is overused or something. And I have to press reset, but it works now, so that's great. But even so, I don't think I'll turn it on 24/7. I think I'll try my very freaking best to turn it on as little as possible, but at night for sleep, yes, I do need it, because this morning was hellish. Not hellish. It wasn't that bad. It's just without AC, I'm dead. So, anyways, that's that. Next thing you know, Thomas called me. He called me like 3 fucking times. So he called me and I'm like, hey, what's up? Are you in Boston now? And Thomas like, yeah. So Thomas is at Boston Chinatown, and he's looking for a place to get a haircut. And he's asking me how to get a haircut in Cantonese or Mandarin. And I know that's just a fucking excuse. I know he just wants to talk to me. He just wants an excuse to talk to me. So I told him, like, it's no point. Like, there's no point to it. Like, if you ask someone to give you a haircut in Cantonese or Mandarin, and then for the rest of the conversation you speak in English, then they'll know that you're not a Cantonese speaker or Mandarin speaker. Then what's the point anyways? And he's like, yeah, you're right. And then 1 minute later, call ended. About an hour later, he called me back, and he's like, oh, so the haircut was a disaster, because I didn't know they take cash only, and I have to go around the block to an ATM to get cash, and also a bunch of other stuff like miscommunication, because Thomas wanted the scissors and all the other appliances to be sanitized, but they didn't. And then literally 2 seconds later, he called me back again saying that, oh, I'm at a bakery right now, and they also don't take cash. Just want to let you know that this sucks. And then he asked me how I'm doing, and I told him all the tumultuous moving and grooving that that's been going on. Not too long later, some random dude came into my room to fix battery onto the fire alarm or the carbon monoxide alarm, smoke alarm. I think it's a smoke alarm, but that happened for like less than a minute. So anyways, multiple happenings. Then more insane shit started happening on the Signal group chat, where Jonathan told everyone, hey, ends and means on Letterboxd. Liam saw that, and Liam decided to join the battle, and he was like, yo, Jonathan, last name, right? Like, it appears that you have accidentally blocked me and Jaden. What's up? Like, can you double check that? It might be a glitch. Like, both I and Jaden really wanted to see your content. And Jonathan never responded, but Liam kept spamming. Not kept, but he did like spam a little bit. And then Tova hopped in and said, wow, it's crazy that you're spending so much time and effort because of Jonathan. Like, don't you have anything better to do? And Liam's like, no, this is the best thing we can do. And then Naja hopped in saying, well, then you need to get a better life. And I'm like, no, please don't. So I immediately texted Tova and say, hey, let's not fight Liam, because we still haven't interviewed him and we want to keep our diplomatic relationships intact. And then Naja hopped in, and I had a because Naja gave Tova's message a heart, and I'm like, okay, Naja, I immediately DM'd Naja, like, hey, don't say anything stupid, please, we need to keep our relationships intact. And it kept going, and Tova kept going. And then so I called Tova. I'm like, I was walking out, and I called Tova, and Tova's driving. He said, "No, Enoch, I don't know what the fuck's going on. That wasn't me. That's Tyler." So, like 2-3 months ago, Tova and Tyler decided as a prank to impersonate each other and have each other's profile pictures and names. So the one that's fighting with Liam right now isn't Tova. It's Tyler the whole fucking time. And Nadja hopped on, and I told Nadja, "Hey, that's not Tova." And Nadja's like, "I know." So there's this fight going on, and I'm like, okay. And then Tova apparently called Liam and told Liam, "Hey, that wasn't me." And so Liam immediately said, "Tyler, this is not very funny." And Tyler's like, "What are you talking about?" And the argument started to go weird, like because I guess Liam knows that Tyler vapes, so Liam was like, "Go vape about homie." And then Tyler's like, "Instructions unclear." And then Liam was like, "Oh, I don't need no explanation. It explains itself," whatever. It's so stupid. But yeah, it's kind of... Anyways, that's that. Now, my original plan today is I'm going to go to public storage and get my rice cooker. And then after that, bring the rice cooker home, put it down, and then go out again to the Aero Theater to meet with Potter to watch Shanghai Express. I couldn't leave my place until like 6 p.m. Or not 6 p.m., like 5 p.m. And I thought to myself, I should be enough time, about half an hour there, and then 15 minutes at the public storage, half an hour back. It'll be 6:15. I immediately go out again. It's about 6:30, 6:40 something. It'll work out. Oh boy, was I wrong, because I took the wrong bus. I thought the address to public storage is 11200 Santa Monica Boulevard. I was wrong. It's 11200 West Pico Boulevard. So I took bus number 4. I arrived, and I'm like, fuck. So I took bus number 17. I went to Sawtell again, home sweet home, and then took a bus down to public storage. By then, it was already... I still thought I could go home in time. But yeah, by then it was like 5:30 something. Went to the public storage. I actually found the fucking rice cooker. It's there all along. I was so scared that I wouldn't be able to find it, and I've truly lost it. But no, it is there. I'm a very careful person. It's there. I carried a paper box with me. It's not that heavy. And I was about to take bus number 6 and then bus number 4 back to Westwood. Bus number 6 took a little while. And bus number 4, I have to wait another 14 something minutes. By then I realized that it's already like 6 p.m. And if I go all the way back home, it'll be like 6:40. If I put down my stuff, go back down, and take a bus all the way from Westwood to near Santa Monica downtown, it'll be like 7:15. Holy shit. And I legit thought going back home and taking an Uber. But at the end of the day, I'm like, you know what, fuck it. Like, Potter texted me at 6:18 saying that he's already there. Like an hour and 10 minutes earlier than the movie screening. And I'm like, okay, you know what, fuck it. Might as well. So I carried the rice cooker and brought it all the way. So I was at that point waiting at fucking Santa Monica Boulevard, Sepulveda, I think. And then I'm like, you know, fuck it. So I crossed the road and I took bus number 1 all the way to Santa Monica downtown, carrying a rice cooker with me. And then I walked about 15 minutes northward to the Aero Theater. And I walked so fast, and I was really sweaty, and I was really tired. But you know what? I want to carry, low-key though, carrying a rice cooker while watching a Wong Kar-wai film is pretty silly. And I kind of want to do that, actually. I also thought to myself that it would be really crazy if Leslie shows up. So anyways, I saw Potter, and Potter seemed a little upset that I'm late. I promised him to show up at 6:45, but I eventually showed up at nearly 7 p.m. We had half an hour to go to Whole Foods and buy a sandwich. And I had to explain to Potter all that insane shit that's happening to me, the double move, and the AC breaking down, and all that jazz, and and I spoke really fast, and Potter's like, wow, you really had high demands when it comes to living. So anyways, we went to Whole Foods. I got myself a Chipotle bacon chicken sandwich, which is 940 calories. A really thick meal. He got himself a simple box of salad with mashed potatoes and bits of chicken. So we had the meal. I fucking, swallowed, chugged that sandwich, chowed it down. Tastes really good too. But also the fact that this may be the last time I'm coming to Aero Theater until a while later, like until December, so might as well enjoy a Whole Food sandwich. And then afterwards we went to the Aero Theater. I got myself a physical ticket. It was awesome. We went in, and lo and fucking behold, the moment I walked in, I looked at the top seats, like they're seats in the, not really balcony, but they're elevated seats near the doorway, and then it goes go down slope. I looked at the top seats, because that's where Leslie usually sits at, and I see a girl with magenta hair, and I'm already like, fuck off, she's here. I immediately know she's here. And she has like puffy green jacket. That's her jacket. I know her jacket. I know all her jackets, man. I know her jacket when I see one. I will always fucking remember all her jackets until the day I die. So, and then Potter's like, oh, let's sit in this row. Literally the same row as Leslie. But it's better than sitting in the front, because in the front, then Leslie's going to be looking at my back the whole time. So, you know what, fine. So we sat in the same row, and Potter sat next to me, and then beside Potter, and then beside, and then beside, and then beside, it's Leslie. And then to Leslie's right, it's her Korean roommate. And I immediately told Potter, like, yo, the girl's here. And Potter's like, so I cannot make this up, right? I cannot make this up. And it's just so fitting because it's a Wong Kar-wai film. So it's all like fucking coming together, and I'm carrying a rice cooker on me. It's wild. So I kept looking at that direction, and at some point, Leslie looked at my direction, and she was like, and after that, she's like, and she immediately pulled out her phone and texted someone, and that someone is 100% Crystal. I know it's her. So yeah, Leslie was pretty shocked that I'm there. And I was also pretty shocked because it's the first time I've seen her in person since June 30th, exactly 2 months ago. And that was 2001: Space Odyssey. So another day, another movie, huh? But yeah, we watched the whole movie and it was amazing. The rewatch made it so much better, and I kept thinking about her throughout the movie, and it somehow made it better for me. The movie finishes. I and Potter walked outside. Like, I was gonna leave during the end credits, but I'm like, you know what? Let's stay until the end credits are over. Potter's like, oh yeah, you want to stay and talk to some people a little bit, And I'm like, yeah, but I probably won't speak to her. So after the end credits, we left first before they did, before Leslie and her roommate did. And we stood under the marquee for a little bit, and I think that Leslie will pass by and maybe she'll say a thing or two to me. And eventually they did pass by, but all she did was wave goodbye. She's like, and that's it. I'm sure she's probably pretty emotionally struck by this, and I'm pretty sure that during the movie, she probably also thought of me. I really hope she did. And I really, really keep thinking about her during the movie, and it really resonated with me hard. There's a scene in the movie where the guy has a birthday, and the girl says happy birthday to him, and that scene hit me, and it almost made me tear up, because I'm about to have my birthday a week later. And I remember all these small details, like how Leslie put my birthday on her phone calendar, the red tape over the umbrella, I'm gonna bring the umbrella tomorrow, just as a lucky sign, I guess. Just the red tape around the umbrella, and then like I like Tony Leung after having a breakup with the ex in the movie, he's dealing with his loneliness, and I'm sure she's probably thinking about how I dealt with my loneliness when she's gone, and it's just fucking wild. And yeah, and yeah, and there she goes. But it's fine because I'll see her again tomorrow. And at some point I'll stop seeing her. At some point we have to move on, so it's okay, I wanted my first girlfriend to be Hong Kong anyways. Like her being a girlfriend to me is out of the plan. It has always been not part of the plan. And I know love isn't planned. It's always chaotic and unpredictable. That's why I fell in love with her. I didn't even know that I would, but I did. But anyway, she's there. She's so cute. And I couldn't even get close to her. The closest I've come to her is hugging her. Our bodies are touching each other. I know that sounds so fucking weird, but let me just say that, man. I was like, how many people does Leslie get to hug? Aside from her very extroverted moments of, yeah, I'll hug and fuck everyone. But truly, like, that hug with me isn't just, haha, you're a nice hug. It was truly like a healing hug. Like, that was special, I've hugged Michelle. That's totally on a different scale than Leslie's hug. The fact that I've hugged a girl I'm in love with, is already fucking superb, So I'm not fucking complaining, I'm not complaining. But yeah, I and Potter walked. So we were gonna call an Uber, but fuck it. Potter's like, let's just take a bus, and I'm like, fine. So while walking back to bus number 4, I told Potter about my roommates, Ashley and Rachel. And I showed Potter their Instagrams, and Potter's like, you scored big! You scored big! And Ashley was kind of thoughty, and she has some nice, cool little selfies. And then I showed him Rachel, and Rachel literally has photos of like, she's not naked because it's Instagram, but she would be in a sports bra in a gym, and her boobs are exposed, and she's showing off her ass, like in the mirror, like, and Potter's like, oh, and then I told Potter that on September 7th, my birthday, they want to invite me back, to the apartment, and Potter slapped me in the back and was like, yo, and I'm like, yep, so I'm going, and I feel like a loser. I feel like I'm being played by two beautiful girls, and they are actually pretty beautiful. Like, when I see them in person, I don't feel that, because like Leslie's not as hot as them, but I love her more because of her personality. But you know what, still, this is such a rare occasion. Like, I bet there's so many guys out there who see these two girls on Instagram and wish to even like see them, let alone being invited back to an apartment to party with them. So you know what? I hit the jackpot. I'm going back on September 7th. So there's that. And nothing else. I'm really excited for tomorrow. I'm going back to CMD, the war zone. Hopefully I'll run into people I know. I'll run into Cliff perhaps. I'll run into Leslie perhaps. Tomorrow's also the first Film 33, so I'm excited for that. And yeah. Yipsky doodles. I'm gonna cook dinner now. It's like 12 at midnight, so. And Leslie also liked my Instagram stories after I watched Streaming Express. So I think to a small degree she still thinks the guy's a nice guy, He's a nice dude. Oh well. At least she hasn't completely forgotten me. Gotta be grateful. Alright, time now is 10:49 a.m. on August 31st. Wow. Can't believe my voice is already raspy the moment I wake up. God damn it. I don't know what's happened to my voice in the last 2 weeks. I really don't. So, god damn. So slept from 4 to 10:30. I don't know why I'm always sleeping so late. I just can't. I just have to. I just come back home, I cook dinner, I watch a bunch of YouTube videos. I didn't even watch like an episode of Secret Invasion last night. And then somehow time has already passed, you know. So I really got to train myself to eat earlier, sleep earlier. So tonight, because I'm going to Andrew shoot again this Sunday, I'm going to get so screwed if I sleep late. So yeah, so tonight 3 a.m. Fingers crossed. But yeah, it was a good sleep. Having the AC turned on feels nice. Woke up once at around 9 a.m., but yeah, that's it. Still processing yesterday. Yesterday was very wild. It was the return of Ends and Means drama, and the first time I saw her in 2 months, and I wrote a pretty beautiful poetic review on Letterboxd, and now people are liking it. Yeah, you know, what are the freaking chances? I can't wait to tell Zara, and Zara's gonna be like, oh my god, what a dreamy moment. Must be a really dreamy moment. I don't know. I'll be seeing her again today. I'm sure of that. She's the guardian spirit of CMD. She has to be there. But I'll probably not talk to her. She probably won't talk to me ever again, for real. Like, she probably won't. And again, it's okay. Like, it's a lost cause at this point, and I still love her, but 6 months later, a year later, 2 years later, I probably won't. I really want to fall in love with someone else again, you know? Change my taste. Yeah, it's so, like, and it's Chungking Express out of all the films, you know? And it's so crazy because her favorite is Happy Together and my favorite is Fallen Angels. It's like, we're so close yet so far. Anyways, yeah, today, it's going to be first day of school. I'm going to go to Film 5. It's going to be crazy. I'm going to dress up nice. I'm going to eat a donut for breakfast. Yeah. I'll also have lunch before I leave, probably. So there's that. I'll film a couple of reviews. And, yeah, I look forward to Film 5, and I look forward to Film 33, their Film 33. I really want to know who's in their class. I asked Cliff a couple days ago to send me a list of people, but he still hasn't responded, so I'm just going to ask Ken. Like, I always have another person to ask. But yeah, I can't wait. I want to go a little earlier, just so that I can witness what's going to happen. Yeah, I think they're gonna have an early break, actually. Actually, you know what? I should go even earlier. I should arrive at 12:30 and just, like, wait there, you know? But regardless, even if Film 33 leaves or whatever, I will still be able to see some cool people. Like, because I know so many people in CMD now, for sure there will be people in Film 5 whom I know. I would be surprised if I don't know a single soul in Film 5. And also, even if I don't, at least there's the bald professor, who is my second favorite in the school, and I can nerd out with him, talk about movies with him. That's fucking amazing. And that's pretty much it for today. Wearing my fancy shoes, wearing nice pants, shirt I've never worn in 3 years. The detective is back, baby. The detective is back. Fuck. Here we go, boys. Here we go. All right, time now is 9:36 p.m. I'm back like a snack. So yeah, today is incredibly interesting. I would have to say it's incredibly interesting. Definitely the fans of flames and warfare has returned, and I'm pretty much in the center of it. So that's that. So right off the bat in the morning, Benny called me. Benny called me while I was having breakfast, which is a donut cake. So Benny called me and was like, "Yo, Enoch, Knockster, the Knockster, you know, did you put up ends and means on Letterbox?" What? So I'm like, I tried to act innocent at first. I'm like, "Oh yeah, it's on Letterbox. Yeah, I know that. Just Jonathan made texted it at the Signal group chat. So yeah, I know about it." And then Benny's like, "Seriously, is it you?" I promise I won't tell anyone. And I'm like, I tried to evade the question. I'm like, "What makes you say that?" Like, yeah, of course I know about the Letterbox entry. And then Benny told me that Kuchio, the professor of Film 33, found out about it and is freaking out right now, and he wants to sue. He's talking to his lawyers and he's talking to the police. He immediately called Drew, he immediately called Birkin, and he called Benny. Benny sort of calmed him down a little bit and said that, and essentially said, "Hey, don't call the police yet. I'm gonna find whoever's behind this. I'll figure it out. I'll fix this." And so Benny immediately called me, because it's actually very fucking obvious that it's me. If you go to Letterboxd page of Ends and Means, you go to TMDB, and then you check the source, it will say Culture Detective, literally me. And if you look at the tagline, it says, "This is truly an Ends and Means moment," which is a meme that is made up by me. So obviously it's me, and I don't care, because me adding Ends and Means on Letterboxd isn't like something I did out of spite. I don't care if people found out, because I'm doing the right thing, because Ends and Means is a real short film. I'm only cataloging a movie. I'm not doing anything wrong. It's a real movie. I'm not putting slander against anyone. I'm not spreading any misinformation. I credited everyone properly. So I don't know what's so bad about it. But maybe it's something to do with, oh, this isn't really public information yet, even though none of us has signed an NDA agreement. And apparently Kuchio is most angry about the fact that he is credited alongside Carly that he's the director, because that's the brutal truth. He is the director. Carly never got the chance. Carly's only a puppet. On paper, Carly's the director, but let's be honest here. But anyways, I admitted to Benny saying that it's me. Benny said he won't tell Kuchio, but eventually Kuchio will find out. But Kuchio will not, do any legal actions against me, because he promised Benny that Benny will fix this. So I listened. I'm like, well, fine. I'm not going to fight back. So I took it all down. I went to TMDB. I wiped out all the titles and cast and crew. I changed the poster, and then I reported it, saying that it's misinformation, and then I took it down, and right now it's down. I thought it's going to take another hour. I called Benny back. I'm like, okay, it's going to take about 30 hours to be taken down. And Benny's like, oh, it's okay. And then tonight it's down already. And I also told Benny that Liam also posted something. So Benny immediately called Liam and texted Liam. And so it's before Liam even saw that text, his Letterboxd entry for The Other Conquest 2 is gone already. It's been taken down. It's completely gone. So that's that. So it's really nerve-wracking for me, because this time, for the last couple of weeks of Film 33, including the shoot itself and then after the shoot, Kuchio began to really dislike me, 180-degree turn. But this is the real moment when Kuchio's really against me, for some fucking weird reason. But again, theoretically, Kushio doesn't know it's me yet. But by the time he does, I'll probably be gone. I'm leaving the fucking country. Who gets to do that? Who gets to provoke a professor and then leave the fucking country in case of legal action? Why does it have to be so dramatic? I don't know, but that's that. And again, I put it on Letterboxd not out of spite. I put it on Letterboxd because it would be cool to see the people I know being credited. So this is absolutely stupid. Anyways, I immediately told people. I told Liam about it because he has to know. I told Tova and I told Michelle. I had a call with Tova, and Tova was pretty scared for me. And Tova's like, you know what? Let's just scrap all the interviews for now. Like, this is a really risky time. So yeah, you know, that's that. So I went to Film 5. I went back to CMD. The 7th time since the shoot has ended, and also I guess the first time of this new semester. And I wanted to go there early, but also given how raspy my voice was this morning, and also all this being sued by Crucio shit, like, I wasn't in the mood to do any reviews, so I didn't do any reviews, I didn't do any videos, so today I'm not gonna upload anything. But even so, I was late. Not late, I was right on time, but I wanted to go earlier so that I can see Film 33 people, but I wasn't early enough, apparently. So I waited for bus number 4 a long time. I arrived at CMD with a vengeance, you know. And it's as empty as ever. It's as new and as fresh as ever. Almost all the Film 33 people, like the new 33, they're all gone, as expected. Because usually the first class of Film 33 takes a break, like, immediately. Like, not immediately, like, early. Ends early, because nothing is to be done anyways. But, yeah, next Thursday I need to go earlier for sure. I need to go there at 12 fucking at noon, because I want to be there. And next Thursday will be my last chance anyways, so, you know, we'll see. But yeah. So I went into the auditorium, and I thought I would know a lot of people in Film 5. Turns out I don't know a lot of people. Aside from Christian. Christian, the DP for Cloud Busting, was in the middle of the auditorium, and I'm like, hey. So I sat beside him, and we talked a little bit, but the class started. And as expected, the ball professor is funny, and this class is definitely, like, feels more heavy than Film 2, because there will be presentations, and we have to write synopses, which is a thing. I'm glad that I'm only taking this class for a couple weeks, and then I'm out of here. Yeah. So we took the class, and then we had a small 5-minute break in the middle. And during the break, I ran into Jordan of the new 33. He's sitting outside in a bench, on the metallic circular table right outside of the building. And at first I didn't recognize him, but I recognized his back, and I'm like, Jordan! And he's like, hey, Enoch, long time no see, and waved at me, and I waved back. I'm like, hey, even though we're, like, literally a meter apart or something. And then I'm like, so how's Film 33? And he's like, yeah, it's boring. It's just Kuchio talking about rules for like 6 hours. And then I asked him, so did Betsy show up? And he's like, no. And I know she won't show up because she told me she's going to Film 34. And then Jordan told me, oh, but David's really, like, blew his chance off as producer. David pissed Kuchio off, so Kuchio played Leaving the Factory, one of the short films that this college program has made, and David kept trying to be smart and stuff and really piss Kuchio off. So that's really interesting. And then as I was talking to him, the bald professor peeked outside of his door and was like, hey, class is starting. So I'm like, okay. So that's pretty much it, and Jordan never returned again. So I went back to the auditorium and watched Raiders of the Lost Ark. I didn't know that we're going to watch movies right off the bat in the first week. I didn't account for that, so that's pretty cool. Anyways, Julie, the Danish woman, is also there. The woman I saw with Alex on Andrew's shoot on day 1. Yep, she's there. She doesn't recognize me. But anyways, after the class was over, I and Christian walked out, and again, the whole CMD is as empty as ever. really weird. I thought a lot of people would be there. It's funny because right off the bat in the very beginning, before I entered the auditorium, I swear to God I saw Kuchio from a very far distance. I was inside the building and I saw Kuchio outside the building. And he probably already knows that it's me, given that he knows everything just as much as I do know everything. But anyways, we walked out of the classroom and I and Christian stood outside of the quad for about 10 minutes just chatting, like, how's it going? And I explained to Christian that, you know, this is just a filler class. Like 2 weeks later, I'm gone. And also, you know, Film 33 was hellish. And then, I don't know, somehow Christian randomly asked me, oh, do you know Elin? And I'm like, oh, yeah, the Malaysian girl? And he's like, yeah. And we talked about her a little bit. I asked Christian, like, where did you know her? Like, it's just one big spider web. But I looked to my right. And at that point, to my right is the glass doors into the building. And I saw a blue figure walking up the stairs. And I saw it's a she. She has colorful hair. It's her. So she's here. And I was unwavered. I was unwavering. I stood there with Christian and I just saw Leslie walk up. And Christian's like, oh, hey, good to see you. And Leslie actually came close and Leslie hugged Christian. And then she was about to hug me and she was like, she backed off. Oh, that must be so awkward for her. I'm not awkward. I totally see this. I'm not asking for a hug from her. It's okay. You know, it's fine. And she looked like shit anyways. She didn't have any makeup on. You can tell she didn't get any good sleep. She looked like shit anyways. I mean, she's fucking cute, but also she looks like shit today. But anyways, she didn't even make eye contact with me. I can tell by her body language that she's trying to avoid me. She's steering her body away. Yeah, but honestly at this point I don't care. I might as well ruin my relationship with her completely, like 100%. It wouldn't matter anyways. I just care that little about her right now. Even though I fucking love her, I also care so little about her. But anyways, I realize I'm a little loud. So anyways, she Christian talked about Elin, or Leslie mentioned Elin, and Christian's like, oh, that's funny because we were just talking about her. And it's so weird why we're suddenly mentioning this Malaysian girl. She's up and coming, you know, she's huge. She's got 1,200 followers on Instagram. She's up and coming. But yeah, like Leslie just completely ignored me, and I stayed quiet for the most part. And then there was a moment of dead silence. Oh yeah, Leslie and Christian talked a little bit about Film 5, the class we just took. And for a moment it was dead silence, and then I looked at Leslie and I said, I heard that David's pretty annoying today. And Leslie was legit impressed. She was like, wait, how did you know that? How did you know that? Who told you? And I just started laughing. I covered my mouth and I started laughing. And she's like, oh my god, it's only been 3 hours since the class has ended, like, and there's already a snitch? Like, how did you know? And it's not that complicated. I ran into Jordan and Jordan told me. But she had to make it out like there's a mole and I'm already employing moles in the class and I'm already immediately getting new information. And she's like, Cliff told you. And I'm like, no. And she's like, yes, Cliff told you. And I'm like, no, I haven't spoken to him in 2 days. And she's like, okay. And then she left off and then she walked back. She was carrying this gigantic bag of like box or something. She walked back, she passed by me, that's it. Again, I don't care. I fucking love her. And it still feels a little traumatizing to see her again in person, in the flesh. And also, I guess this is the first thing I've spoken to her since literally 2 months ago. Like, verbally, you know. But yeah, I just want to go back to Hong Kong, fall in love with a new girl, or just don't fall in love. It's okay. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So Christian was like, do you want to ride? And I'm like, sure. So we had a ride together, and I basically spilled all the beans. I told him all about Film 33. Apparently, he ran into Jonathan earlier today because Jonathan's taking DM Post 30, the editing class, and that's every Thursday morning. And Jonathan was there, and Jonathan ran into a lot of Film 33 people, including Gibson. Gibson told Jonathan that Crucio found out this morning in the middle of teaching Film 33. He was so mad, he left the classroom and called Zach, and he was fuming, according to Jonathan, who is according to Gibson. But yeah, Jonathan saw Christian today, and they spoke a little bit, and Jonathan told Christian everything about him not having any creative freedom, to the Liam gang, being mean, to his fight with Carly, and how Crucio is really petty. And then I told Christian a lot about Film 33. I told him about the documentary, and he got really excited. He's like, wow, first thing, send it to me. Man, this Crucio guy is like a corrupt politician. He's like, in his words, corrupt politician. Like, you guys need to make an expose on him. So anyways, there's that. So he gave me a ride home. That was really great. And then afterwards, after coming back, Liam actually called me again in the middle of the class. But coming back home, I called Liam back, and we had a 40-minute phone call. And Liam was like, yo, this is only the phase 1 of our fight with Crucio. Like, the fight goes on, and we have tons of ideas, and I gave him some silly ideas. I'm not going to do any of them because I don't want to put myself in trouble anymore. But he has all these ideas of impersonating a famous director and email Crucio and blah, 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 blah. And then I asked Liam about the interview. It's a touchy subject, but might as well. And Liam said, well, right now, since I'm doing all this, fighting back, I don't want to be on camera yet, but sometime in the future for sure. And I said, how about next year? And he's like, that's possible. So that's a good sign. So we'll see about that. That's pretty much it for today. It's insanely whack, and I'm in the center of all this. Also, right when I was in Christian's car and Christian made a turn, like a left turn, to exit the parking lot, in front of me is Crucio, Alcy, and another guy, assuming that that's Antonio, Professor. But it was like one of those movie moments where the protagonist and the antagonist's shoulders pass through. So that's really fucking wild. I'm glad something interesting's happening to me. I don't care what Leslie thinks of me anymore. And I want my first girlfriend to be a Hong Konger anyway, so fuck her. And that's pretty much it. Also, Ashley, the roommate, found me on Discord this morning, and she didn't tell me it's me, it's her, but with a Griffith profile picture on Discord, and she's like, hi, Enoch. And I'm like, hi, who is this? Griffith? And he's, no, it's Ash. And I'm like, oh, laughing emoji. So, and then yesterday when I went to Chungking Express at the Aero Theater and I took an Instagram story, she actually liked it. So, this girl is, I wouldn't say she's into me. You know those memes where just because a girl liked your Instagram story, it's like she want me. But it's cool to have a girl who actually like speaks to me, that I just met like a couple weeks ago. So, kind of wild, kind of an insane day. Yeah. All right, time now is 12:42 afternoon on September 1st. Ladies and gentlemen, we have made it to September. Woo! 17 days left, guys. 17 days left and I'm gone. I'm out of here. So, yeah, I slept from 4:15 to 12:30. I don't know why I keep sleeping late. It's just uncontrollable. I don't know why. I should really, really get down to time management skills. Like yesterday, I even had dinner slightly earlier, like 8:30. So I think it's Michelle's chat that made it so long. It was 3 hours long. But anyways, I think my voice got a little better in terms of crispiness. It's still a little raspy, but you know, it's gotten a little bit better. I yeah. So today I think it's just gonna be a very chill day. There are two things I must do today. One is ride a bike from the old Airbnb to the public storage. Two is go to Ralph's again to buy food because I've ran out of food again. I don't know why I keep running out of food. I think it's because back then back in the old apartment, I have Ralph's and Media Market like back to back, but nowadays I don't. So yeah. So I don't know, I only have chicken thighs in terms of meat. Like I need at least 2 meats with me and excluding bacon. And then I'm fine on the vegetable department actually. I'm very okay on the vegetable department. Yeah. Let me think. Yeah. I need soft drinks so bad, and I'll need a hand soap. So it's kind of complicated because if I go to the old Airbnb and ride a bike to the public storage immediately, and I come back home and then I go out to some random Ralph's, it's going to be a hassle. So might as well make this a one-trip thing as well. Now, if I go to the old Airbnb, which is right next to the Wilshire Ralph's, and then I buy groceries there, and then I carry that Ralph's all the way to public storage and all the way back, that's kind of stupid. So my point is, what if I go to the old Airbnb, get the bike, ride it to public storage, go back to the old Airbnb, go to Ralph's, and then take a bus ride back here. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. A little complicated, but hopefully it works. And then tomorrow it'll be film 41, so tomorrow will be extremely interesting. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Liam asked Benny if Kuchio saw Liam's other Conquest 2, and Benny said yes. Kuchio probably thought it's me, but it's not. I guess if anything, Benny probably told Kuchio like 2 person did it. But yeah, I'm honestly really excited for my birthday for some reason because I got to go back to the old apartment and be surrounded by a couple, I guess, you know, attractive looking Asian girls. I don't know about the third one. There's a third girl, and last night Ashley posted an Instagram story to her close friends. So I'm in her close friends list. So she posted that, and it's essentially Ashley, Rachel, and the other girl writing their names down on the fridge. Even though they're only living there for like 11 months, they're fucking owning that place now. It's like theirs. So I'm interested to go back and see how it's all changed. But yeah, you know, I'm excited to go back and have some fun and tell them some crazy ass stories and drink maybe. I want to be drunk. I just want to go crazy, you know. I have things like I want to get drunk with my lover, or I want to have my first cigarette with my lover, or I want to get high the first time with my lover. But it's just not that perfect of a world. But I think the second best thing would be, yeah, it's not my lover, it's not someone I love, but it's just a couple attractive looking Asian girls whom I barely know, who I just met, who is super extroverted and who are like party people, and get me drunk on my birthday. I think that's the second best thing that could happen. So you know what? I'm totally fine with getting drunk at the place. I want to, because I've never been drunk before. I want to just go off. At least I'll have a good story to tell when I go back to Hong Kong. And yeah, then September 8th would be interesting. And then that Sunday night, or that Saturday, maybe. Oh, that Saturday I have Film 41, but maybe afterwards I can hang out with Potter. So, yeah. Okay. Oh my god. Oh my god, so many flies. Jesus Christ. There it is. Where's my helmet? What? Where the fuck is my helmet? Okay. Oh my god. Fuck off. Fuck off. Fuck off. Alright, just got back from Ralph's again, and this is what I got. Woohoo. I got myself some beef bits, as well as carne asada. And then I got this drink, 7-Up tropical flavored. I immediately drank it because I was dying of thirst. Anyways, for breakfast I got cookies, I got a cake, very healthy, I know. And then I got more hand soap. I definitely would not be able to finish this, but it's okay. I got more soda because I am dying of thirst. And of course I got myself a chocolate milk because I'm also dying of thirst. 40 something bucks. Alright, time now is 11:41 p.m. Yeah, kind of an insane day just happened. Not necessarily a lot happened to me, but still it's a very interesting day because of the people that I've interacted with today. I've interacted with tons of people today. So essentially today is me going to the old Airbnb, possibly for the last time of my life, getting my bike, and then taking it to the public storage, and then going back to Wilshire, Ralph's, and then going back here. But that was sort of a mess because public storage closes at 6 p.m. and I left this apartment at around I think 5 or 4:45 or something. And yeah, like 4:55 I think, just like. And I thought, okay, it's gonna be tough, a little rough on time, but you know what, I'll go fast, and I hope I make it in time to the public storage. So yeah, I went to the old Airbnb, and I overshot because I was texting someone. I'll get into that later. I overshot at one bus stop, and with bus number 4, it's that one bus stop in bus 24 is huge. Also, check out this Napoleon ice cream. Yeah, one bus stop in bus number 4 is huge. So there's that. So I arrived at my old Airbnb at around 5:30, and I had about 30 minutes to ride my bike from the old Airbnb to the public storage, which is all the way from Wilshire Boulevard to West Pico Boulevard, and also I think about a few blocks, east-west difference. And last time I rode the bike from public storage to Wilshire, it took me like 40 minutes, but you know what, it's daytime and I've been on this road before, I'm gonna go faster, it's okay. And Google Maps says it only takes about 15 minutes for me to go from old Airbnb to public storage. And I know it's never right, but I thought, okay, then maybe it's gonna be about 30 minutes, it should be okay. But I still rode the bike really fast. So yeah, I went into the Airbnb through the back door, went to the first floor, went to the elevator, went up, opened the door to the old Airbnb, went to the balcony, took my bike, took my helmet, and then went out, locked the door, went to the elevator, went from 3rd floor to the lobby, went out, and biked. And I biked really fucking fast. And I was faster in general, but at the end it still took me 40 minutes. I don't know why, but it's just really difficult. I actually overshot. So I usually bike at pedestrian roads, like sidewalk, because I don't want to be in front of the cars, you know, because I'm gonna get in a car crash. So but for a few moments I'm like, fuck it, I'm out of time, I need to go fast. So I actually got into the car roads. And my anecdote is that, well, when I walk back home in my old apartment in Sawtell, I also walk like human on foot in the car road to avoid the homeless. So I can do that with bike. So I did that a few times. And at the end, I was late. There's another woman who was riding a bike in front of me, and she was super fast. And I tried to follow her, and she was in the middle of the car road, and I tried to do that with her. And I just got lost in the sauce, and like went past West Pico Boulevard, and was south for a few more blocks. But anyways, I went to the public storage at around 6:10, and my plan at that point was to beg whoever is still inside the public storage to let me in, let me store my bike. It took me a whole hour to come here. I'm sorry that I'm late. Just let me in, please, just this one time. Turns out the office is closed, but actually the public storage is open the whole time. It doesn't close at 6 p.m. the whole time. What the fuck? So last time when I took the bike from the apartment to the public storage, on August 25th, I actually could have just stored my bike, but for some reason, maybe I fucked up with the elevator security. Maybe I didn't punch in the code in front of the elevator. The elevator did not work, but actually it does. So I still went in and still stored the bike. Yippee-ki-yay. I have no water and I was extremely thirsty. I was insanely thirsty. And then I took bus number 17. The good old 17. Went up, went past Sawtell, the place I know and love. Went around the hospital, went to the weird bridge place, and then I took bus number 2, the Sunset bus. I took bus number 2 westward, back to Wilshire Boulevard. And then I walked to Ralph's, I bought a bunch of shit, walked down the path, walked southwards to Santa Monica Boulevard, took a bus number 4, back here. And by the time I arrived here, it was like 8 p.m. already. And I was extremely sweaty and stinky. I think my legs are a bit sore as well from all the biking. So I had to take a shower. But right before taking a shower, I had a half an hour phone call with Michelle. She was freaking out for some reason. Michelle is a great friend, but she's so fucking dramatic. Like, I'm dramatic, but sometimes I say very normal things, and she would be like, oh my god. Okay, I'll talk about that a little later. Took a shower, made dinner. The Jewish woman beside me kept reminding me to turn off the aircon. Open the window, it's so cool and windy. And then she even asked me, like, I mean, you're gonna catch a cold if you turn on AC too much. Like, are you okay? Like, the cold will turn into COVID for some reason. Are you okay? Like, do you have, like, vitamin pills? And I'm like, yeah, I have vitamin C. Even though I was just, like, lying. I don't. Duh. And she's like, oh, but how about the B12? How about the vitamin A, vitamin D, vitamin, whatever, the calcium, zinc, magnesium. She's about to recite the entire periodic table. And I'm like, oh, wow, that's a lot, haha. And then she's like, are you good? Are you okay? Like, are you eating enough food? How many meals a day do you eat? Like 2 meals, 3 meals? And I'm like, 3 meals. And she's surprised. She's like, oh, 3 meals. She's surprised that I'm really skinny because I'm Asian. And she doesn't know that people can have such high metabolism, but that's how I do. I'm not American. I'm not obese. I'm sorry to disappoint you, but, you know, I guess I'm just not American enough. I'm still eating food now. That's it. Here comes the juicy parts. The interactions I've had today. Tantamount. Absolute ball sacks. So I made a mean, funny Instagram story yesterday. Red responded, and it's like back in 2019, I spammed sending a bunch of monkey photos to Nick as a joke, and I just found that very funny. Red saw that, and Red was like, did the monkey justify the ends justify the means or whatever? And then later I talked to Red a little bit more, and I was like, oh yeah, by the way, Andrew told me you have a short film. And he's like, oh yeah, I and Shane are co-writing and co-directing a short film together, and you know, you're actually on my list of like people I want to reach out to for help. And I'm honored. I don't know if it's real or not. I don't know if he's being honest or not, but if I was on that list, I am fucking climbing the ladder of social power, and that's a good thing. But we talked a little bit more, and I also told him, hey, you know, I also got a short film, you know, planning to do in January. Would you be able to help? And she's like, sure. So that's a conversation that went on for over a few hours. I was on my phone a lot today on Instagram. Next thing you know, I am texting Ken and Justin. So I texted Justin and Ken. So I already texted Justin yesterday and asked him about Film 33, and he seemed unresponsive. Both he and Cliff seemed unresponsive, and my paranoid ass started to come up with theories. Like, okay, why are they unresponsive? Is it because they don't think I'm cool anymore? Like, they're trying to distance from Enoch? Maybe they think I'm a dangerous person? Maybe they know that I'm the guy behind the Letterboxd entry and think that, holy shit, maybe Enoch is a terrorist for adding a movie on Letterboxd. Maybe Leslie or Ariel came up to them and told them, hey, this Enoch guy, he is insane. But no, I'm just overthinking. Justin responded. Apparently he woke up around 4 p.m.-ish. He's doing even worse than me in terms of sleep schedule. So, you know, I feel a little better for myself. But yeah. Justin said some really interesting stuff. It's only the first class of Film 33, so not much has happened. But essentially I told him, like, hey, you know, you need to be careful because this class is very political. And Justin didn't know that. Justin didn't know how political this class gets, so I immediately spilled all the drama to Justin. And also to Ken, basically. Ken seemed really positive about the class. Like, Ken was like, oh, it's a really cool first class. Like, everyone's really nice. I'm excited about it. Yeah. And then I told Ken all the drama. And Ken was like, whoa, what the fuck, whoa. And Ken's plan is to stay chill, lay low, and just get along with everyone and just let this pass. Justin, on the other hand, wants to win. Justin told me that this is getting very interesting, that he and Leslie are writing a script together. Like, what the fuck? You know, I and Leslie, it's supposed to be me and her. We did the Breathless thing. But, oh well, you know, who fucking cares? Leslie can go fuck herself. But Justin and Leslie are writing a script together. And I thought, wow, I thought Justin and Cliff are doing it. And then Justin said that, oh, you know, Cliff is busy. Justin actually said C-word, which is a racial slur against Asian people, specifically Asians of Chinese descent, that I can't say here because my ass will get banned. But it's really funny. It ends with a K. But I can say it in real life because I guess I'm also of Chinese descent. I'm a first-generation Chinese. Leave me alone. But yeah, that's really interesting. And then Justin also told me that Tracy and Ethan are also submitting scripts. So there are 3 Ethans, but only one of them ended up in Film 33. So that's that. And then I told Justin a bunch of shit, like, because Justin's in the Friday class, not the Wednesday one. So I filled in with Justin, like, first of all, Ariel has a boyfriend whose name is Benny. Then you got the Gregory, you got the Jordan. Jordan's gonna compete for producer. Jordan's gonna win. It's a game of politics, you know. Ebony and Marco isn't there. That's great, but beware of Simon. All right, beware of this, beware of that, beware of David, the Swedish guy. And then I said the similar things to Ken. I told Justin to rely on Ken, and I told Ken to rely on Cliff and Justin. So hopefully they help each other out. You know, Asian men, you know, in arms or fucking whatever, you know. So there's that. So that's really cool. So and both Justin and Ken seem to be somewhat interested in the drama. So hopefully throughout the semester they can feed me information, just because honestly there's no point to it. Next thing you know, tons of people texted me. I need to think. Yeah, I texted Michelle asking Michelle if I should tell Betsy about the whole letterbox drama thing that happened yesterday. And Betsy freaked out. Betsy's like, why? Tell me. Why? And Michelle tried to call me, but I was in Ralph's. And then I called her back, and then we had a 30-minute phone call. And Michelle's just like, dude, you're obsessed. You're crazy. Don't tell Betsy, because you're going to be exposed. And then right after my call with Michelle, Betsy calls Michelle. And apparently, Betsy today spoke with one of the people in the newspapers of the college. And she's spilling the beans about the film department. So she is exposing the film department, in a sense. So that's really interesting. This makes me want to speak to Betsy even more, give her more dirt on Cuchillo, give her more dirt on the film department in general, and just like ruin the whole fucking thing, because that's justice. I spoke with a lot of fucking people. At some point, Potter called me, randomly. Like, I was cooking and I walked back to this room, to grab, I don't know, to wash my hands. And then suddenly I see on my phone that Potter's video calling me. So I picked up the call, and he's like, and it's a FaceTime call. And he asked me, do you know Andrea? And I'm like, who? And then he showed me her Instagram profile. It's Andrea, the Colombian girl, and I have no idea who. I remember her, but I don't know where she's from because I've barely spoken to her. Turns out she's a Film 2 student. So essentially, Potter went to an ISF event today, International Student Forum, and tried to look for hot girls so that they can be models for her, for his photography class. He saw Andrea exchange Instagram, and of course, I am a mutual because I am a fucking detective. But Andrea doesn't know who I am because obviously, who would? And I think that's it for today. Ariel also responded to me a little bit because I sent her a meme. And she remembered that she was talking to me in the middle of a conversation and she disappeared like half a month ago. So that's that. And not much else. Tomorrow's gonna be interesting.